We have a lovely sound coming up for you in just a moment because the gorgeous Tori Amos is here and she will be performing live for us. Tori, how lovely to see you again.
Hello, Jonathan.
Wow, look at Tori's hair. That's fantastic colour hair. Is that a wig or is that your actual hair at the moment?
Oh, well, you know, do we have to talk about it?
Let's not then, let's not, but it looks incredible. What a fantastic display.
Thank you, Jonathan.
What I like about your new album, apart from the music, obviously, is the effort that's gone into creating a bunch of different characters for it. Will you explain, please, for me, the theory, the idea behind this?
Well, this is the American Doll Posse, and as we all know, women are complex creatures.
Oh, God, don't we know it?
We know that. And I'm sure you have in your experience, Jonathan, with women, that there's more than one woman in...
Every woman.
Every woman.
There's two.
Yeah. Well, in this case, there are five. So there's Pip, who is more the warrior.
Pip the warrior, okay.
Yeah, she likes... This is the one in the rubber.
Quite tough, quite dominant.
Would you like her to be?
Sometimes.
Yeah, she's the one in rubber. And then this is Isabel.
She's arty.
Yeah, and political.
Yes, she looks quite serious.
Yeah, this is Clyde. She's introspective. And this is Santa. She's just a lot of fun.
She's drunk from the look of her. she's lush. Well, I like the look of her.
She's good fun.
I like the fact that you can see from that photograph she smells of cigarettes.
Do you think so?
Yeah, I like that about a woman.
Do you?
You don't get it so much anymore.
No, you don't.
Have you ever smoked?
No, I haven't.
Very wise, very wise.
This is the thing, though.
Hold it, what's this lady here? We didn't do this one.
That's Tori.
Oh, that's you?
Yes, she's supposed to be holding. You know how the American symbol is the eagle?
Which is a strange symbol, I always thought.
Well, I thought a posse should have a cockerel.
There we go.
And so there we thought we were making this happen, and then the little cockerel was coming around and was stalking me. It wouldn't go away.
Well, he liked you.
Well, I liked him too, but then I realized it was a she.
So it was a hen?
Yes, we call it yakitori.
Did you eat the hen?
No.
Do you eat meat?
I don't eat the hen.
No, but do you eat meat?
Oh, yeah.
You didn't eat that meat?
I would have had the cockerel, but I didn't have the hen.
Okay, so you would have spared the lady.
Of course.
Eaten the man.
Well,
I think we know exactly what we're talking about here. Or do we? So, now you created all these to reflect different aspects of your personality, or because they served the songs better? Why would that be?
Well, when the songs were coming, they were very diverse, and I was either making many records or one record with many voices.
Right.
So it took me back to, I started thinking, well, this reminds me of the Greek pantheon, when there were all these different powerful women.
Or the muses.
And I think every woman has all these women in them.
I like ladies, I'll be honest with you.
Do you?
Not just for bed fun, but I like them generally. I do sometimes find, though, the shifting moods of a lady hard to keep up with.
I find it hard to keep up with, too. If I'm honest with you, it's not easy. But I think that what happens is women, we repress ourselves sometimes.
And why do you do that, do you think?
Well, I think that we fall into an image. We think, oh, we have to be this because the mothers at school think that. And no, I'm not going to bring Santa, the one that you think is going to be lush and wonderful.
Great fun.
Yeah, great fun.
And she'd forget what you did to her afterwards.
Yeah, well, and I'm not going to take her to playgroup.
No,
that's
don't do
not
that.
the one. No, I wouldn't do
Which
that.
one will we take, though? Because I'll be honest with you, that's my least favourite there, the political one. She just looks really quiet. I wouldn't want
she's smoking a cigarette. I thought you liked that.
I do, but only if they're having a laugh at the same time, not if she's serious about it.
Well, she's intense.
Yeah.
But you might, if you're going into a court battle, Jonathan, if somebody's suing you, you might need her.
I would have Isabel to do that for me then, yes. But I wouldn't want to hang out with her afterwards and party.
No, but she'd just save your butt.
I like the look of this lady, though.
Clyde.
So what is her sort of...
well, the thing is...
Because you create a kind of persona for them and a kind of... You've been writing a blog for them online as well, haven't you?
Yes, it goes till Christmas. I've been developing their stories.
That's a lot of work you're putting in there, Tori.
You're not kidding. Yeah, no, and they all have their wardrobe. So I've seen some of the wardrobes today, and each one has a wardrobe case. So the world tour starts a week from Monday in Rome.
And this is a huge tour you're going on,
Massive, over 120 shows.
Wow, that's big.
And so... the point is, the show starts with one of the four who is in Tori. And I don't know who it'll be. It depends what city. And then Tori shows up.
I worry for you sometimes.
Do you?
Well, no, because you don't know who's going to be, and it's going to be as the mood takes you, or as the music takes you. What will determine for you which person, which of these personas rather, launches the tour?
Well, same as you, I guess. When you go to do a stand-up somewhere, you walk into Paris, and you have to figure, well, what's happening in the world today? What's going to work with this audience?
Yes.
So yeah, all the shows have to be ready to go.
You're giving me a huge credit there, thinking I can do anything over and above read other people's lines. But certainly, I'm glad to receive that. So, but you're going to change throughout the course of the evening, or are you going to do a show as one person? Or
no, two of the girls. So we start with one of the four. So just let's say this one with the rubber comes on first, and then she'll do her show, and then Tori will come on. Tori always has to come on because she's got the big back catalogue, and we need those songs.
Tori, if people paid to see Tori and didn't get Tori and only got the other two, you know, especially if they only got her, I think they'd be a bit upset.
Well, the other girls, I think, if they had their way, would say, no, this needs to be more judicious and fair, but we do need the back catalogue, so we let the redhead come on.
Am I right in thinking that you quite enjoy dressing up?
I love dressing up.
Don't girls love to dress up?
Oh, but don't men like women to, if you're honest?
Oh, yes.
Because I must say, husband is not suffering.
No.
He wants a date with each one of them. He thinks that's his right.
Husband's got 5 ladies. I'm like,
and he can be monogamous.
Sort of. But what if you went mad, right?
Well,
and we've speculated.
We're speculating.
Right? What if you went mad and you forgot that you were the same, and then you came home and found the evidence of one lady, but it wasn't Tori? So you found her pants, right, on his rearview mirror. Yeah, what's going on?
But you know what, Jonathan? That sometimes, let's be honest, girls, if you're listening, sometimes in a relationship, it does take the attraction of another woman to your man to make you realize how much you desire him. Because you can take your mate for granted. Desire or fear losing? Well, I would say it's a turn on. I would say when another man finds your man attractive.
Well, that happens.
When another woman finds your man attractive.
Jane's fighting the gays off for me as well.
Really?
Yeah. I'll go down Old Compton Street. I tell you, I'm like the Pied Piper. They follow me, and it's sad, really, because they know they can't have it.
Yeah, but it's a compliment.
It's the forbidden fruit, quite literally.
Yeah, but I have women sending me letters.
I bet you do. I've written many under an alias. All right, Tori, well, the album, I haven't fully immersed myself. You know what I like about your work is I never... not never, but often I don't get it first listen. You know what I mean? I listen to it, I like it. I mean, some of the earlier stuff, which was more poppy, but it takes a while for me to really get into it. And, the albums work as a whole.
Like good wine.
Like a very fine wine, indeed. Yeah. But I love the thing you did before, which was not dissimilar in a way. The way, was it called The Strange Little Girls, when you did all the different, and you did different characters doing reinterpretations of songs which were kind of masculine and occasionally misogynistic even, and you were reinterpreting them and giving them a whole different spin. Is this a sort of new trend for you, though? Are you going to do this repeatedly, do you think?
Yeah, I think that was maybe a foreshadowing of this. The idea that it's original material and that the girls have stories, and it doesn't stop with the portraiture, that you make them come alive. It's a multimedia project, and it's been pretty challenging, but the girls are teaching me things. I'm changing as a woman because these other women are opening me up to things.
You're opening yourself up?
Yeah.
What a lovely thing to be able to say. Tori will be performing live in just a second. It's a great track. Tori Amos is with us. She has a new album out called American Doll Posse. She's about to go on a huge tour. When did you say the tour kicks off, Tori?
May 28th in Rome.
Wow. And you will be going, I guess, all of Europe and America, back to America?
All of Europe. Then we go to Australia. And then we do the big American tour, October, November, December.
And for a tour of that length, presumably, do the family travel with you, the whole hog, or do you just whiz back to see them? How do you work that?
No. The child comes with. Husband, of course, is front of house engineer, so it's a family show.
That must be enough. That's really nice to be able to be like that, isn't it?
It's excellent.
Yeah.
I mean, Tash coming out on the road, this is her 4th world tour.
So how old is she now?
She's 6.5.
Oh, wow. So she doesn't really know any other kind of life, though. She knows Mummy does this, and then we go off and we travel around the world. And
she loves being backstage.
I bet.
She's told everybody, she comes up to them and says, "Oh, you want backstage passes?" I have an AAA. And I said, "Well, what's that?" She goes, "Access all areas."
What happened when she gets a bit older, presumably? Is she going to want to spend more time in one place? I would have thought she probably will, because they have friends and they grow a kind of little social network of their own. Do you think that will impinge on your touring, or will you find a balance? How will that work?
I don't know, Jonathan. I mean, it's hard to tell, because she's only 6.5, but now she's got her scooter coming because she wants to be like the crew members. She has her DVD collection, her iPod, her computer. She hangs out on the crew buses sometimes, and then she has Tashtopia. So her dressing room is Tashtopia, and everybody comes and hangs out down there.
Oh, that's so sweet. What a lovely childhood she's going to have. It's going to be a very magical and, I would have thought, memorable childhood.
Well, she'll say to me, so, Mummy, are we going to Bora Bora first and then to Hong Kong? I said, well, I don't know, Tash.
Hey, I saw a thing in the paper a couple of weeks ago with you talking about your parents. There was a photograph of you with your parents. And it was a lovely piece, because your father, I didn't know he was a religious man.
Oh, my father is a Methodist minister. He's retired now, but yes, I grew up with a dad that was serious preacher.
And yet, at the same time, though, very open to you and very, very keen to see you do well.
He was the one that took me to bars when I was 13. I'd been kicked out of the Peabody Conservatory at 11. We just couldn't get along. I said the Beatles would be around more than a few years, and they said I was completely incorrect. Yeah. And they kicked me out. And Dad took pity on me and said, if I get you a job, then will you do it? I said, if you can get me a job, I will be there. So at 13, he took me down, and sort of like No Room at the Inn for Mary and Joseph. Yeah. He goes around in his dog collar with me at 13 in high heels, teetering, knocking on all the doors in Washington, D.C. Can my daughter play in your bar? And they said, you got to be kidding me, Reverend. Well, it was a gay club that let my dad in, and I played for tips.
But how nice, because we think of, perhaps unfairly often, we think of religious people, especially American religious people, as being quite close-minded, quite, unopen to that kind of thing. And yet the fact that he took you, his daughter, down to a gay bar and found you gainful employment there shows him in a very good light, I think, and perhaps, who knows, the whole Methodist Church as a result.
The Methodist Church came down on my dad pretty heavy for it.
I take it all back then.
And they said, how could you take your daughter to a place like this? He said, well, I'll tell you right now, is there a safer place for a 13-year-old girl than a gay bar?
I think he has a point. He has a point. Okay, Tori's going to play live for us. I'm very excited to say. Which track are you going to do from the album for us?
This is Father, Son.
Okay.
so it begins. I'm my father's son. So it ends, so it begins. I'm my father's son. Planted knew the seed of hate in another father's son.
Well, a beautiful song, and so beautifully performed. Although last week we had orchestral manoeuvres in the dark in here with a child's organ, so obviously the comparison's going to seem all the greater. But that sounded beautiful, Tori. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Man, look at those fingers working up down that piano. Did you watch that? How do you learn to play the piano? That's unbelievable. It's like they look like robot spiders that are pre-programmed to know what they're doing, because you weren't even looking down. How do you know where your fingers are going to go next?
Yeah, but I can't do anything else. I mean, husband says, I didn't marry you to cook or clean. Please do not cook or clean, wife.
Oh, what a lovely relationship you have there. A lot of women there thinking, oh, where can I find one of them? Hey, do not cook or clean, just play the piano. Thank you so much, Tori. Always lovely to see you.
Thank you, Jonathan.
Thank you so much for coming in. The album, I can't wait to get to know it properly, but it looks fantastic, and the tracks I've heard so far I've loved. So congratulations again. Good luck with the huge world tour.
Well, come see me. I'm out till Christmas.
I'm going to come and see you. You're playing here June, you said, in the UK. Is that right, or July?
July 3rd and 4th, so...
July 3rd and 4th. We should go and see it. Okay, I'll be there, and I might come in one of my personas.
Please do.
I might come along as Bagman or something like that. I'll work on a few for you. Tori, great to see you again. Thank you so much.